Well, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. So this is just a comment thing I just wanted to do before I get into reading the Bible. Um, I saw a very good video. World War II survivor warns of socialism and gun control. Look that up on YouTube. Okay, she's 87 years old, World War II survivor of Austria. And her history and her knowledge of what happened to her and the people there is very similar to what the socialist, communist, Nazism people are trying to do here in America. It just makes it so very clear as to what's going on. And now, Obama, I'd love to just, wipe that smirk from his face. I really would. I know that's not Christian of me, but there's just sometimes I just like to go, ooh, Anyway, I'll let God take care of that. So now he wants to, before the end of this year, he wants the internet to be controlled. And that's his next game plan, okay? Yeah, failed Obamacare, $281 a month for your premiums for medical. I mean, it's just a president of failed legacy, okay? A failed person. He's not, freaking puppet. And then, of course, Hillary is George Soros's girl, another puppet, and also she's very ill, so now she's getting, the Congress is going to charge her with perjury. That means every time that she lied, she could, get fined or get jailed up to 5 years for each time. How many times did she lie? At least 10 times, okay? So, all right, she could get 50 years if they threw the book at her, okay? Plus, how does this make her qualified to run for president? And then not only that, you have people saying on the news, because the news media is owned by Hillary, CNN is, kissing her ass all the time, according to Hannity at Fox News, and they are, and NBC and CBS, finally, deciding to maybe throw in little tidbits of truthism in their news, but not hardly enough where it should be. I think Donald should team up with InfoWars and Breitbart and start his own news, real news, and maybe we'll get the truth. Anyway, just an idea. So yeah, and so we have to keep fighting for our rights, not letting these socialist, communist, Nazi people, no matter where you are, and I'm in, commie California, okay, and I have to fight these people, and just, really stay on top of it as much as, a person possibly can. So that's why I'm doing these YouTubes, to get the message out there. You got to do your part, whatever that, may be. Petitions, call your, congressman, call your representatives in your area, find out who they are, and tell them that you're not pleased with what's going on, because we are the people, we're the ones who decide, not them. We've allowed them to just get away with crap. And myself included, okay? So we can't do that anymore. We just can't. We have to stay on top of them. And so just keep praying that the Lord allows, Trump to win. And, look, the guy is 70 years old. He didn't have to do this. He could have just sat back and just not, sat on his laurels and his wealth and enjoyed his kids and Brandon and, his wife, and just do whatever he wanted to do. But no, he decided he was going to make his life count for something and to give back to the great America that he so loves. And and so people trying to make him out to be this or that's because they're scared, and they're liars, and they're cheaters, and that's all that they know how to do. They're bullies. They're, people with money who think that they could do whatever they want to do. George Soros gave $650,000 to Black Lives Matter. That's a fact, okay? He had people living in his homes, trying to do a whole summer of, chaos, which they, did quite a bit of damage. And they, and they bragged and said that it was going to happen. So, look, there is evil in the world, and it stems from Satan, okay? And I know that, a lot of you guys are like, oh, I don't believe in that, I don't believe in that. No. Okay, that's your choice. But I'm telling you, there is a God, and there is the devil, okay? And God will use him for his greater glory. But you have to make the choice, okay? You have to make the decision to believe. You have to, in your heart, you got to know that where do you get the feeling of good and what's right and what's wrong? Okay, just break it down to its most basic level, okay? And also, the people that control the history control the future. That's very, very important. That's why there isn't any history in schools anymore, so that our kids will be dumbed down. It's what Hitler did to the children. They took them at little babies and molded them into the people that they wanted them to be. Okay, didn't give them the truth. It was, we want these, blonde hair, blue-eyed Aryan race. Okay, so you have to give your children history. You have to teach them. You got to teach yourself. Keep up with it, and remember. And that's why I said, look at this lady's YouTube. It's very, very informative. And you will realize what's going on here, and it's the same playbook, okay? The same playbook from, Mein Kampf, from Hitler's, Mein Kampf. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but the book that he wrote, it's right, right, everything that he did, it's right from the same things that they're doing with Medicare, with spying on each other. What did Obama say? The very first thing he said, if anybody talks bad about me, you just call the White House. Okay? That's what he said. All right? Yeah. People that were under Nazism and the like children were telling on their parents. Children were told that they belonged to the state, that they didn't have to listen to their parents anymore. So what are we told on television? Your children don't belong to you, okay? They belong to us. Hello? What are you, crazy? No, they belong to me. They're mine, okay? They're not yours, all right? So can we help each other with, with our families and everything? Yeah, but they don't belong to the state or the country. They belong to you. They are your family. That's why it's so important to raise up your children in the ways of the Lord. Okay? Anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. I just want my little rant, whatever, for the day. And, go out and do a project there. Get your head out of the news, get your head out of YouTube. Go do something good for yourselves. Have a balanced life, and just take care of each other and edify each other in Christ. Go out and talk to somebody about the Lord, and, and just be all that you can be in God. All right. Well, enjoy your Thursday. We'll talk to you later. Going to start reading the Bible next video. Okay. Bye-bye.